welcome to Celeste Inspires. This is your home video dedicated to exercising in a really gentle way if you're just getting back into exercise and if you've been experiencing a lot of muscle soreness. It might be related to autoimmune inflammation, just people having general stiffness and fatigue. So this is a very slow and methodic way of moving so that you can feel exactly what's firing, what muscle groups, and also develop a sensitivity as to what's working and what is too much. So we're going to work very, very slowly, almost robotically. I'm going to point out each little move that you make as well as the breathing. Feel free to pause the video at any time if something feels really good and you want to repeat it, or if you want to go a little bit slower or stay with an exercise or learn it. So we'll begin on your backs, and I've got my cheat sheets here, and I'm going to be referring to that. So come right down, come on down, and we'll start right on the back. And I want you to start with the arms out to the side. So you've got the shoulder blades pressed under so that the neck is free, and that's the first area that we're going to loosen up, is then through the upper back. So I want you to press the arms back into the floor, so like an isometric, which means you're not moving but you're contracting. So the shoulder blades press back against the floor, and kind of like subway doors coming together, you're going to squeeze them back and press the feet into the floor. The feet are just as wide as your hips, so they're apart, knees are apart. And I want you to feel the entire back of the body flatten. And then take the arms overhead, take an in-breath, and reach through the fingertips. Spread the fingers and press the low back down into the floor so you've got a good strong pelvic tilt. So here we are, moving slowly. The breathing is constant, in and out through the nose. And then let's take the arms to grab the knees, pull the knees in wide, and this may take you into an inner thigh stretch. Let the elbows bend to the outside. And of course, feel free to play any great music you love while we're doing this. And do a little rock side to side. The elbows are bent, and the weight of the head resting back, so neck is free. Now, take the knees really wide and pull up strongly so you come into the low back. And then even stronger, if you can, that you're going to bring the heels up into the air and flex the toes back. Hold on to the backs of the legs. Now, I'm going to grab low because I've got short legs, so it's a piece of cake. I can get there. But if you need to hold more towards the shins of the knees, do that. And if you can hold the feet like I am, then just do that. And we're coming to happy baby with the knees bending to the outside and the elbows are bending. The feet come towards the head, so you're coming into the low back. Now really listen to the hip flexors, which is right in through the top thigh there. If you need to loosen the grip a little because that area is squeezing so much, it's good to squeeze there, but you want to make sure that you're not cramping or you feel like you can't let go. So you want to have that good balance between letting go and working the edge so that you can feel if something is too much. Okay? So let me just outline that. The difference between going too far, causing soreness the next day or afterwards or fatigue, is that when you're breathing in and out through the nose, and you can feel like you can let go. It might be hard, like you might be like, wow, can I ever feel that? But it won't feel like sharp pain, obviously, but it also won't feel like you can't be there. I want you to have a feeling like you can be in each moment of the movements, okay? So that helps to let you let go and develop that sensitivity to feel how far you can go. Now we'll let the left leg straighten, and the right knee, you're going to keep it to the outside and gently rock side to side. The left leg on the floor reaches out, so you're going to stretch through the top of this left thigh. And this knee is bending well. If you need to hold on, higher up in the leg, do. And keep this right elbow bending. Now we'll release the leg a little higher and reach the heel to the ceiling as much as you can. And if you need to keep the knee bent, please do. Listen to the hamstring. And you're going to pulse the leg towards you. So the heel reaches out, and again, if you need to bend, do. And you're coming right into the top of the leg. so that you can feel this giant insertion of the hamstring. Let go a little bit more, and you keep that heel reaching out. And keep that pulse to warm up the muscle. And then bend the knee down to the outside again. Lift the upper body, hold on with the left hand, the foot, and then draw across. Hug around the leg as you pull in. And you're going to round your spine. So this way you can really tuck the chin, come into the upper back, and again, feel and breathe. If this is feeling nasty in through the neck, then let the weight of the head down and gently rock side to side. And you keep your breathing. So we're opening up in through the outside of this right hip. Okay, good. Now you can twist over to the left side. So you pull that right ankle across. Take the right arm out to the side. Gaze to the right. So you've got that foot coming up pretty high. The knee is opening. And this left leg is still reaching out. And you gaze to your right. And you keep the right shoulder blade under. So I'm wriggling it under. I'll just show you on this side. You got the shoulder blade under as opposed to keeping the arm high. Press the shoulder blade under to get that freedom in through the neck. Okay, so you're getting right into the hip and the low back. The breathing deepens to increase the stretch. And then you can breathe in and come on back. And now take that foot to the ceiling. Come on into ankle circles. And you're really pointing to come up so you can increase the blood flow to the shin, low leg. And pull the toes back in the reverse. Now keep the heel reaching out, okay? So you can get right in through the back of the knee here. And make sure always that the upper body is relaxed. You know, shoulders are back and you're doing your circles. Okay, and now you're going to bend the knee down and then push through the heel. So it's just like a lying down squat. Bend down and push through the heel. Lengthening and working through the back line of the leg and also working the quad, but you're not weight bearing. And then we're going to bend the knee, come across, come over, and then come back. And the knee comes right to the ceiling. You can actually relax the foot here. Come across, come over, and come back to the center. And two more. It's a really nice stretch. Really great way to lengthen in through the side, low back. And then stay there and reach this arm up. Lengthen out from the waist. Really reach. Breath. So the arm is here, palm is up. And then breathe in. And hug that knee in. Lift the chin, tuck, round the spine, pulling really strongly. This leg stays out and reaches. And then you release the right leg down. Great. Now you can adjust your pose. Take the left leg straight up in the air. Get a good reach in through the back of the heel. See how much you can pull the toes down. And again, perfectly fine if you need to keep the knee bent. We're just attempting to reach the heel out so that you can open up right through the back of the knee. Shoulders are back. Relax the neck. And then pulse the leg towards you. And see if you can work from this hinge. And here's what I mean specifically. You want to keep from doing this. I just want to get my arms out of the way to show you. You want to keep from grabbing in the quad. You want to relax the lower back and this side a ways down as you pulse from here so that you're releasing it through the hip flexor right in here. And that will give you less tension right in the top of the thigh. So you're drawing the leg in towards you. Reaching that heel out. Breathing is steady. And then you can bend that knee to the outside. Hold on to the low leg or the foot. Bend that knee. Now we get the stretch and the squeeze in here. This right leg reaches out, so you can actually reach the right foot out and pull the toes back. And do a gentle rock side to side, coming into the low back. So we're rocking. This is half a happy baby. That doesn't sound right. You want to keep that knee rotating to the outside. And you're drawing it down towards the shoulder. This shoulder is still back, even though the left arm is active, you keep the shoulder back. And you're breathing in and out through the nose. Keep that constant streaming breath. And then use your opposite right hand and pull that leg across. Take this left arm out to the side. Pull across. You're gazing to the left as the knee comes in, and you want to pull that knee quite high. Left shoulder is back. Keep your breathing. Really feel the left shoulder down, and come back. And then you can lift the upper body and come on into pulling this foot across. So you're going to open up in through the hip and let the upper body stay back, pulling the leg in as much as you can to open up in through the outside hip. Keeping the shoulders back. The gaze is to the ceiling, so you've got the back of the neck long. And then one more time. Come on over to the right and just take this left arm up. So you're lengthening right through the sideways here. Beautiful. Reach up with this left arm. And the chest is open and the heel keeps coming high. So you're trying to pull towards the shoulder instead of just kind of sort of down and across. Come up like you're kicking a ball high. And the breathing is steady in and out through the nose. And then here you come back. Okay. So you're pulling that leg in and you can just hug the leg in, give a good squeeze, and then let the leg down. Now I just want to repeat part of this on the right side again. So you're going to take this leg up, use your left hand to pull the right foot in, hug around the leg, opening this right hip. This is like a lying pigeon pose, and you pull in, and you're keeping the upper body back. Okay, one of the best ways to warm up the whole body is to go into strong core work. So the next exercise is to take the hands up to the ceiling, and you want to have your shoulder blades off the floor. Now, you have your feet and knees hip width apart. You're going to draw the knees directly above the hips, and that way you've got a nice square, and this is referred to as the dead bug position, which sounds a little aggressive. And you want to have the shoulder blades off the floor. Relax the neck and the jaw. And now, very gently, slowly, with keeping the low back flattened, so your pelvic tilting the pelvis up. There's no lift, but there's that tilt up. So the tailbone flattens, and then you touch the left foot down, come back to the top, and then return, and then come back with the other leg. So you're coming back up, shoulder blades are coming off the floor as you touch, and come back up. And you want to work towards high repetitions. That helps the core. The core muscles are used for breathing, so they're used to working constantly. So it's better to go for high repetitions on this to develop more muscular strength in the core, which helps to support the low back. Basically, if the core is strong, all the other areas of the body work better because this is your center. It's almost like your center panel that supports your spine. And you keep the shoulder blades off the floor. I know that sometimes the hip flexors can get really nasty tight here. So if you need to stop, please do. And if they do, here's what I'd like you to do. If they get really tight, is take the feet to the outside edges of the mat, press to the right so the top left knee stretches, and that will help to release the hip flexor here. And then take the left arm up, so left knee, left arm, and you'd stretch through the side. And then, of course, you'd come to the other side. So I'm just doing this little intervention to show you what to do if the hip flexors get really tight, which is easy to do when you're attempting to isolate the low core. The hip flexors can kick in a lot. And then you come back. So I'm going to return to where we were. So, and that might help, actually. You might feel a little bit more, you might feel like you can keep your low back down more. So that's a good little break to do. Shoulder blades are off the floor. Remember to relax the jaw. Be happy. You took this time to get into your body, to breathe, to move really, really precisely. So you can see that the knee returns to the top, which is here, and that's right above the hip. What we're not doing is this, pulling the knee in too much, because that will actually take out the work from the core. So you want to keep the knee just above the hip, just above. We do again go for high reps. So I'm going for 30 here, And if you stopped and you catch up and you return, that's great. Keep listening to the body's ability. So you keep getting sensitized to what you can do, what your limit is. And you keep the back flat. Okay, very good. Now let's come into a lower thigh stretch. So we're going to, our upper thigh, so we're going to return to this one. So the knees are on the outside edge. Stretch both arms overhead. Reach through the fingertips. And then if it's an option, lift your right ankle up and cross it on top of the left. This will open the stretching through the side waist even more. Get a really good deep in breath. So you lengthen out of that left side. And feel free to turn the head a little gently side to side to release the neck and the jaw. So you keep that area really open. And just really press that left knee away so you open the side waist. And then come on up. You've got your ankle crossed, and now pull the toes back. Lift, grab behind the left leg, pulling in, and let your upper body come back. Use your right elbow on the inside of the right knee to turn it out a bit more. This foot really pulls in. Now, if it's okay, you can lift the head and do this. This will give you a tighter pull. You can reach the left leg up if it's okay. Otherwise, if it's too much in the neck, come down. If it's okay, you're here, you're pulling up and in, and you pull the toes back here, and that helps to stretch in the hamstring. And you keep the breathing full. And then you can lower down, or if you're down and you're back here, release in both positions, release the leg. Great. And then you're going to take the arms up like a V, flip to the left, and keep that right knee moving away as opposed to this. You want to move the knee away and the arms reach out. And your breathing is full. In fact, I want you to really let go here. So you feel the ribs open, the shoulders back. Make sure the shoulders are under, wriggle them under to get a longer, freer neck. And take in a really full breath to open right in through here. And then you can breathe in, come on back up. Excellent, we're going to uncross that right leg. And then recross the left leg. Flex the toes back on that left foot. Send the left knee away. Lift the upper body, grab behind the right knee, pull the right leg in, bending the elbows as the left knee rotates out. And you can use that left elbow again to turn. And then pull in. You can let the upper body down. And then if it's possible, you could take the right leg up, return to lifting the head, if it's okay in the neck. Hold on to the lower leg, pull the leg in, and again, come back down if it's too much, return to the original position. Toes pull back, use your core to pull in even more, and keeping the elbows bending as you reach the heel out, and breath, really draw in. And then you can let the upper body down, and in both positions you can let the leg down. Keep that knee rotated away. Take the arms overhead like a V, really long body, opening through that side. And you're reaching the arms over. You can even spread the fingers to lengthen out right from the forearms. I always like to pull the core in, and that's like a half a giggle, a little and that just pulls the ribs in. And it gives you more of a squeeze in your turn so you can rotate more through the midsection. Really great stretch out of that left side. And keep the breathing constant. And then you can breathe in, come on back up. And now we take that heel down, and to return to core, you're going to take the arms back up to the ceiling, the same dead bug position, and then take the heels just off the floor. Now, kiss the knees together, knees and feet are together. Take the arms to the outside, palms down. Now take the knees, keeping them together, over to the left, and just before you're going to touch, so really slow and controlled, breathe in and draw back up. And you want to draw bridge from the right waist as you come to your opposite left side. And then you come over to the right. Keep the breathing constant, and keep the neck and throat relaxed. Just before you touch, Come on back up. Again, shoulders are back. Breathing steady. Coming over to the left. This is very robotic. I want you to feel like you're like a windshield wiper whose battery is just about run out. It's like really, really slow. And you're coming back up to the center. This will help to align the spine. Please listen to the back. So I'm just going to show you. If you're coming over and you're here and it feels like the low back can't hold you, go to that point. So you want to just stay to the point that the core is engaged and the low back feels supported, not too far. And return to the center. Shoulders are back. Keeping the knees together. And again, make sure you keep the breathing streaming in and out through the nose. So it is a constant. The main thing that you're doing here is you're lengthening the side waist and you're using the legs as weight to stretch and tone the external obliques, the outside abdominal muscles, and then coming back. Again, really good control. Relax the neck and the throat, keeping the breathing, and then come on back. Let's just do one more per side. And of course, if you're pooped, stop and just wait and breathe and let go. And you can hug your knees into your chest and gently rock side to side. And keeping the upper body rested, back chest is open. Okay, the next one, I want you to really feel if this feels okay. It's a great exercise, but I want you to feel like you can do it rather than just use momentum. I want you to see if you can feel the low core. It's going to take a few repetitions before the burn might come in. The arms come right down. You can press the palms down. Get the shoulder blades under so the neck is free. Heels are in super tight. Knees kiss together. And now you're going to lift and do a reverse crunch like so. So you come up, and touch at the bottom. So there's the touch. Coming up, touch at the bottom, up, touch at the bottom. You're exhaling here as you lift. And through the nose. Sorry about that. So you want to exhale through the nose and keep the shoulders back, touch, and reverse crunch up. So you exhale, lift, come down, touch, exhale, lift, come down, touch, exhale, lift, come down, touch, exhale, lift, come down, touch. Keep the breathing. Stop when you're pooped. Make sure that you can stay with the breathing. The exhale, as you come up, you'll find that you need to do that the way the diaphragm works, because that'll help to contract your core when you exhale. So the exhale contracts the core. So exhaling here, breathing it down. See if you can do 5. Exhale and down. Exhale, shoulders back. Remember to keep the breathing streaming in and out through the nose. Here's our last one, dear God. And then you're up. Okay, good. Now take the legs wide, flex the feet, and draw the heels towards the head so that you're flattening your low back. Hold on to the backs of the legs. The elbows bend to the outside. You want to really reach out through the heels. And, just relax the head, the neck. So you keep that reach out through the heels. There's a beautiful snowfall coming down. It's really, really light, so all the snowflakes are sparkling. Got a beautiful, bright day today. And then you can let the heels come down. I want you to have them come together. Let the knees come out so you're falling into cobbler pose. And then stretch the arms overhead. Open the front body as you reach through the fingertips. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Really reach. The shoulder blades are under, so you've got like a really good opening in through the chest and the rib cage. Do a little wobble of the knees side to side. Breath. Breath. Okay. And then you can take the arms down alongside the body. Take the hands behind the head. We're going to stretch into the upper back. Interlace the fingers. Take an in-breath. Exhale, tuck the chin. Stretching in through the upper neck. Right in through the side now. Take the left arm out to the side. Cup behind the left ear. And then look down to your right and really tuck. Good. And then you want to turn to the other side. Take the left hand behind the right ear. Tuck the chin. Keep the feet pressing together. Keep the breathing constant. And back to your center. Let the head down. Arms are resting to the side and completely let go here. We're going to finish here, and then you can go on to the next video, which will help to get to all the other body parts. But perhaps the body has met its best level of energy expenditure, and maybe it's time to take a break and then see how you feel in a few hours and how you feel tomorrow to see if the body has responded well. It's really tricky when you're coming back into exercise, whether it's from fibromyalgia, MS, the pandemic, being time away. You want to slowly ease in and see what's working, what is too much, so to speak. It just means the body needs to adapt when it's too much. But we'll stop there, and I'll stop. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Where's my stop?